Now, it's a little bit more difficult for females to be able to discern what type of man they are dealing with, only because men, their range is far greater of what they will accept, but it's not necessarily for an LTR, right? But it would be sexual attention, which is very different from someone in pursuit of a long term relationship. So for women, it's a little more difficult to navigate because DMs don't be popping on the man side. I could just let you know that right now. Even if you have
I
a
was
decent amount of
thinking
status,
on the man.
what was that?
It definitely depends on the man.
Oh well, listen. There's a select few, but it would have to be. I'm talking about outside of like the top 5%,
The man.
right?
I get you.
Yeah,
I get
yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah. Because you got to be really smoking to have your DMs popping.
I ain't gonna lie,
You
it's
know.
a fine black man out here, baby.
So, with women, right? Do you feel like some women's expectations of what is? Because I understand that social media has did something different to us, right? Like when you open your Explorer window, you look at it as a bunch of, for most men, right? It's a bunch of beautiful women that you would never see in real life, right? You'll probably see one of those females that look like that once a month in real life, but they're all over your Instagram and to give you a false perception that they really are out here, right? But Instagram is just feeding everybody. If you look at the numbers, everybody's looking at the same thing. Your average guy is going to get like 20 likes in real life. You know what I mean? But so the same thing happens with women. Social media is relentless on what they would do to get your face on a screen as long as possible so those advertisers will pay them. So they will literally show you. You'll see all these guys in these nice cars. You'll see all these guys with the square jawlines and, ripped stomachs and everything else and doing well. And you're like, oh, I could get me one of those. I could get me one of those. And if they try their luck and DM him, the dude will respond and he might even fly him out. But then they like, oh man, why is this guy such a jerk? Or why does he behave like that? Or why he doesn't care? And I know from the man side, men, the guys at the top will take them all. It's not like women where they're more selective about it. Men will go they'll take that dime if they could get it, but they will go with a low hassle four as well. So those guys are monopolizing all of it. And it's no secret that 20% of men are creating 80% of babies and so forth, right? So you know that there's a small group of men who have access to everything, and all of these women will be able to date these men, meet these men, but not understand why they won't ever wife them because I feel like women will give that guy all the options, but the guy who might care for you, give you that time and everything else
We
won't.
got
So
a
what would you
problem.
say? I want to hear you go on this one. You got it.
I always say women gotta stop going after the man they like. That's a huge disaster.
Ooh, that one right there. Wait, 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 wait.
What?
That's I gotta hear this. Go ahead, elaborate on that. I like how you started that one off.
We have to stop approaching men that we like because we influence each other. We influence. We actually advertise men. Most of the time, women are seeking out other men based off of her judgment that other women have. So if she's like, she's pretty, she's a baddie. I like the way that she thinks. I like how she carries herself. Or she seems like this type of person. We internalize how we feel about other women and use that as a marker for the type of man to attract.
Hmm.
Whether it's that actual man or somebody who's a caricature of that man. And a lot of times it is the guy that is um, getting a lot of attention because we don't want to be embarrassed and we want to feel as if we have a man with status. Hypergamy is a thing. Most of the
Yes.
time, women are going for men who have
Perfect.
status in a variety of ways. It's not just money. Sometimes it can be popularity because our currency is attention. So the issue with that is now that we have a cookie cutter thing, the thing about men is you guys is role has always been the same. We know some men have deviated from it, but your role has always been the same. Work hard, provide, take care of your family. Everybody's supposed to be reporting back to you, including the woman, right? Y'all's role in society has never changed. Now, what has shifted is the need for men who want to do it, and also too women who have tried to make themselves more attainable for other men. At one point in time, there was this thing that we had called universal pretty, where there was that one woman, and you knew wherever she went, she was going to turn heads. And
Yeah.
everybody was kind of like, average looking, not really, ugly, but not necessarily, she's not going to fit for everybody. She's going to attract who she's going to attract, and everything's going to be what it is. Now, I can look like any woman I want. I can make you attracted to me even if you're not. And that poses a problem for women when we're trying to obtain certain type of men. And so when you go into the guys that they're not the boisterous, arrogant, overly assertive, they don't have the huge following. One thing that we're failing to negate here is that men are attracted to women and women are attracted to women. Women are attracted to what women look like in order to make themselves on that same playing field. I may not be sexually attracted to her, but seeing that she can obtain this type of attention is something that I desire, because attention, again, is our currency. It becomes dangerous when we're dedicated, again, to our own foolish understanding. And when we're trying to seek out men that we like, I've learned letting a man that I like be the forefront of my perspective. It causes so many issues because we get real lenient and conditional when we like a man. But the one that actually genuinely wants us, he gotta work, jump through hoops. He gotta, prove himself.
Mm-hmm.
You want him to always be available, and all you're doing is literally just making him waste his time so you can buy time so the guy that you like can get himself together. He's not. So we have to stop going for men that we like, because men that we like are also liked by other women. And when you talk about competition, you're putting yourself in a direct realm for competition. You're not going to get the same type of response that you're looking for because it's not feasible. It does not make sense. A man who is universally attractive, it never made sense. When you talk about a Tyrese Gibson or a Chris Brown or a Trey Songz or Idris Elba or Damson Idris, when you're talking about those type of men, that they have status, they have popularity, they have money, it becomes a fight of the wolf. But your everyday blue collar guy, he got to jump through tooth and nail to get a woman who done bought her hair, bought her face, bought her body. And the only thing that she probably got genuine is her personality. But even that could be a caricature of somebody she'd have seen online.
No, that's real though. That's real. And how much do you think that social media has played a part into that?
A huge factor, because now with social media, we have setting ourselves up to where we do think that we have access to people that we actually don't. And that's just not a woman thing. That's a man thing. Even though a lot of men say, well, I don't get this type of woman, or whatever the case may be. Somebody flying women out.
Somebody that's true. That's
somebody true. Because you feel like she's obtainable, or when you're talking about these girls who have influencer gigs and they're models, these guys who are now social media rappers. They went from their regular nightclub and their gig at home to now they can shoot a video and they can pay one of your influencers to come and book the gig. The guy at the local club who's a promoter, he can pay for your favorite influencer to come sit at a chair for 30, 40 minutes because y'all gonna pay to be there. So it's not as unattainable as we like to think. The issue is the fronting that comes behind it. It's the fake persona. It's the performativeness. It's people being phony. That's where the issue is. People are being phony.
Oh, yeah.
Telling the truth.
You know, that ain't my style. That ain't how I get down. That ain't how I